Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Come on in. Chatting with Ms.V is here. I'm going to talk about knowing thyself tonight. I think that's a great subject because I'm seeing a lot of people don't have a clue who they really are. They're followers. They're not leaders at all. They can't do nothing without the help of somebody else. It's very sad, but it's very true. Hey to everybody coming in. So we're going to talk about knowing thyself tonight. Okay, I'm here. Hey. As you see, I have not been out today. I'm still the same way I was. So when I get off the live, it'll be time for me to take a shower and hit the bed. Okay, this light is not acting right. I still got my brace on, although my leg, dog, I'm dropping everything. My leg does feel better. Turn that light off. Yeah, it had a glare on it. That's why they so now, because they always hitting the floor. Okay, it'll be all right. I didn't get no glasses, so I ain't gonna be able to see y'all's comments. So I guess I should walk in here while y'all coming in and get some glasses. But my knee feels so much better. I got off of it. I propped it up most of the day. Um, I feel pretty good. Yeah, and I'll make me an appointment in the morning to see if I can get into the doctor this week to get the shots. And then I'll be good all through the holidays. These are not matching, but they don't have to. As long as I can see, that's the whole thing. I got my little gingerbreads out already. That's the only thing I put out thus far. Yeah. Knock one over. That's them. My little gingerbread man. There they are. I got two of them. And the other one over there. But that's far as I got. Yeah. I got to actually go down to Miss Margaret's and get the other stuff out of the storage building. Because it's been down there all year long. But this too, I got, 2 weeks to get it home. And then pack it back up before I go back to work in January. Hey, let's see who's up in here. Let me put on my little glasses so I can see what's shaking up in here. Hey, Miss, who's first? Hold on. Put that up there. In case anybody want to come on the panel. I told you I was going to be doing more panels. I am. Everybody hit the like button as you were coming in. Thank you. Hey, Sting. Hey, Miss Joy. Miss Betty. Miss Audrey. Thank you for coming in. Glad your knee is better. Yes, schedule those shots. Yes, ma'am. Tomorrow is the day. So, I was sitting a bit thinking, what could we talk about tonight? Hey, Mike Kelvin, how you doing, sugar? Welcome, everybody who's coming in. So I was thinking, just watching a lot of YouTube over the weekend, not really getting out doing much or nothing. There's a lot of people out here, as far as I'm concerned, they have no clue who they are. They cannot stand up on their own 2 feet if they don't have somebody on each side of them, behind them, and in front of them where they are covered. And you hear it in the messages, you hear it in the conversations, and I'm like, Lord. And maybe it's just because I'm older and I just see things for what they are. And my biggest issue is I'm not looking for it. When I come out here to do my channel, I just come out here, I do my hour, and I'm gone. And normally don't get a lot of time to watch people. But these people, some of them are worth watching. You know, we living in times where antichrist is, baby, he is prevalent. He is around. Uh-huh. And he's just doing the most. So get your life together. That's the first thing I'm gonna say. And I'm not really talking to y'all as my sugar wood, because most of y'all coming up in here, you already got it together. But this is for the listening ears who are in the bushes, and those that's just, they throw it off. They don't know which way to turn. They don't know what they're saying, what they're doing. They're just out of control. And it's almost like, am I listening to a grown person or am I listening to a kid? Now, something ain't right here. They need to uplift themselves daily. Hey, Miss Valencia, how you doing? Cowboys lost terrible. Oh my God. I guess I won't hear from Chocolate again, because I didn't watch any football, y'all. I slept. Looks like the season is over for us. Still my team, no matter what. Exactly. Don't get rid of them. They'll come back. They just got to make a lot of changes. That's what they got to do. Them Cowboys. This is probably the worst season they've ever had in the history of the Cowboys. Hey, T Hall, welcome, sugar. So we're talking about knowing thyself tonight, but I'm just gonna throw some things out there to y'all, and perhaps it'll help. It may not, but it may help you to help somebody. Sting is renewing her membership. I appreciate you, sugar. Hey, Miss Aretha, how you doing, baby? Finding peace in your life is probably going to be one of the hardest things that you're going to have to do. That's not easy. A lot of people may have to fall out of your life, whether they fall out on their own or whether you leave them alone. They got to go for you to find peace. I didn't find peace when I had a big circle of friends. It was always like, you got to do this, you got to do that, you got to go here, you invited here, you invited there. I don't have that anymore. And I never thought that my life would be so peaceful without it. It is. Invest in yourself. Right about now, if you're still out there in that working world, you should be investing for these golden years. So if I don't want to wake up in the morning, I don't want to go to work in the morning, hello, I'm not coming in today. It's just that simple. If I don't go back no more this year and in a lifetime, it's all good. I invested for this day. With the price of everything going up, I don't want to start dipping in to my fidelity plan, because that could cause a lot of trouble if ain't nothing in there. But you, when you go in there, you living from paycheck to paycheck. Then I only got 3 that I can depend on coming in, and I don't want to never put myself in that position, even though they're going to come in the rest of my life, hopefully, if somebody doesn't mess with them. Things, I've been over here 16 months now. You better recognize, and I thank you, sugar. Giving your troubles up to the Lord instead of bringing your troubles out here on YouTube, that is not going to solve your problem. If I bring every little crisis out here that happens in my life on a daily basis, first of all, y'all don't want to hear that. Y'all want to be entertained by something or somebody. My troubles ain't your troubles. So either I'm bringing you my troubles out here. Every time you log on, I'm dry begging. I'm asking you for money. I don't expect for y'all to be up in here. Not very long. And you didn't come out here that way. Why are you coming out here now? You always impressed us. You was much smarter than that. You were more financially savvy than that. So I am not going to do it. I can't do it, and I don't want to do it. Taking care of your keyword, Y-O-U-R. Hey, Bama, is the main thing. It don't matter. Listen, Bama, it don't matter what the people say. Now, I know you haven't gotten to that place yet where you don't feel like I got to come back for them. You will. When you get to be my age, you don't give a fine cahoot who say what, when, where, or how. It doesn't matter. These people ain't doing nothing for you to attach yourself to them, for you to be upset when you got bigger fish to fry and catch. Catch them first and then fry them. Mm-mm. You ain't got time for that. But like I say, you'll get there because your energy should be focused right now on you first and your son. And that's it. And that's all. You're going to be a YouTube content creator out here. Get you some content and come on out here and do it. Forget what the people say. You can build your audience on what you're going through. Everybody's not going through that. That is strictly for you. But there may be a lot of people out here that's doing the same thing that will be attracted to you. Hey, Carla. Let me see. Did I miss anybody else? Okay, that's your words of wisdom for today, Bama. You ain't gonna do it. You know, I got another hard head I talk to all the time too. And she flat out tells me I've been talking to that girl ever since I've been out here. And she'll listen and she'll say, Ms.V, you're right, but I'm not there yet. And I can't do that right now. But I appreciate you telling me. And I'd be like, okay, you grown, do you? And that's how we leave it. And we've remained friends. You know, she respects my opinion. And she's never been disrespectful to me, ever. Mm-mm. I can never say that. And most of the time, her mother is in there with her. And her mother will be like, she's telling you right. But she's going to do it, but on her own time. And if she make a mistake, she'll even tell me, I should have listened, but I'm Ms.V, I'm just not there. And it takes a while to get there. Most of you who are in here that are of age, you know it. You've been there. We've all been there. But it just seems like the things that my mother told me, they might not have registered then, but I ain't tried because for some reason she was just always right. So I was like, ain't no sense of me trying this because if I get it wrong and she right, then I got to face the consequences. Okay, let's see what you're saying, Bama. Can't respond to anyone that I hear. It's one day. Thanks for the word of encouragement. All right, Bama, you sound like you having a good day today. Hopefully your son is doing good today and y'all had a good day. All right. The next thing, always educate yourself. There's no better education than the one you get for yourself. You'll learn a lot through other people. It's just like me coming out here with the wisdom and knowledge that I've acquired over the years. But I feel like you'll learn more if you learn it on your own and it'll stick with you longer. Because, you know, there might be always that doubt. Yeah, Ms.V said it, but I don't really know if she knows what she's talking about. Ms.V old, like I ain't never been young. Okay. Get to know people before you waste a lot of time and energy and invest in these people. That has been one of my biggest flaws in life, is trying to just treat everybody the way I wanted to be treated. It ain't gonna work like that. I'm gonna tell you right now. And don't ever regret anything you did for people and they turned around and they did not do it for you. Whatever you did for them is over, it's done, let it go. It's always gonna be the biggest losers, the biggest haters that's gonna come for you that you've helped and you've done for, but they can't show you nothing they've done for you. Don't. Trust me, you're going to be blessed by somebody else. That's the way it goes. Life. Love educating us. Exactly. You learn a lot every day. If you just, me, I'm always researching stuff. And, I'm like, okay, I don't know that much about this, but I want to talk about this. So let me go look up more stuff about it. And then I learned something. You never get too old to learn for as long as your brain is working. Hey, Scott, how you doing? Welcome, welcome. Go back up. Hold on. My finger is damp, so it don't want to pull. Okay. I'm never too old to like, yes, it, Miss Audrey, something, and I will be thankful and grateful for the teaching. Exactly. I've sat in classrooms in my 50s. I think the last time I sat in the classroom, I was probably 50. I was over 55, probably 55 or 6 years, 56 years old, when I followed my dream from high school to be a flight attendant. I was the oldest one there. They called me Glam Mo, Glam Mo. And I got the utmost respect. I fixed my children food every Friday night. I was out there on that barbecue pit. I go get some ribs, some chicken, brisket, and I cook all night long. And they would stay out there with me and party all night long because I'm a night owl. I never like going to bed at night. And these are people, probably the youngest one was 21 because you had to be 21 to even enter flight school. We were out in Vancouver, Washington, okay, up from Seattle, next to the top of the state, the top of the United States, way up there. And I was living cross country on the East Coast at the time, so I was flying back and forth, going home, coming back. But this was a dream I had had since high school. And I wanted to accomplish that mission. And I did, and was able to take that degree that I got, which was a certification, it wasn't a degree, and then go back to Baltimore after doing that for Frontier and for GoJets. I got that out of my system and then went back to Baltimore. And that's when I realized you need to work 2 more years for your Social Security to be where you want it to be. So then I walked into BWI Airport, got the job as the manager over the kiosks in customs upstairs working with Homeland Security. I did that for a year. And then I left there, and my husband had landed this job in DC because after he retired, he did all contract work. So we got an apartment over in DC, and I went down to um, the airport there, DCA, and started working for Hertz Rental Cars and landed a job there as a supervisor. And I supervised the gates, the front desk where you come and check in for your car, upstairs where in returns. And what else did I do there? The exit gate. So I did 4 different positions that 1 year that I worked there. And I had what I needed, and that was it for me. Okay. So, like you say, it's never too old. Hey, Princess, good evening. I'm with family. Just stopped by to say hi. Enjoy yourself, Tagistic. I saw your little message where you said your kids were out to the 13th. So have fun with your children and your family. Thank you for dropping in. Love you. Okay. Hey, Latasha, how you doing? All right. Let's keep moving. Get to know people before, like I said, before you invest in them, your time and your money and your energy. Some people are energy drainers. They're energy suckers. They want to be around you for what they can get from you. Don't always have to be money. It might be your time. It might be you calling out their name. So they'll get recognized and people will come over and listen to them. But you don't never know why people want to be all up under you. But I take it for what it's worth. It's like, okay, I help somebody. Whether you ever do anything for me, I don't care because I'm an independent person. I can get it on my own. I've been digging it out the mud ever since I've been out here. And I I'll continue to that day I decide I don't want to do this no more. Stop allowing people to drain the life out of you, because they will. The wrong people in your life will be energy drainers. They will suck the life clean out of you, and you'll be standing there drained and don't even know why. I don't care if it's family, children, get them away from you. You can love them from a distance. If they gonna suck the life out of you, is that the way you want to go down? Okay, well, maybe so. Walk away from the bad spirited energy drainers. They're not good for you, baby. Mm-mm. I wouldn't have lived this long and be as healthy as I am had I been around energy drainers. Hey, Brittany, you in here now. I just told a story, but I didn't tell who I was talking about. But I was talking about Brittany when I said I've talked to her in the past, and she's straightforward with me. She'll tell me straight off the bat, "You right, Ms.V, but I don't think I can do that right now." And go on about her business. Mm-hmm. She will. Welcome, Holistic and Brittany. Okay. I have family that will mess with bad energy. Mm-mm. I've learned that I can't really control it out here in a virtual world, because you can't really see it. You don't see the eye contact and all of that. So I just treat people out here like I want to be treated. It ain't gonna work that way. I'm telling you, it ain't never worked that way. Since last December, when that woman over there came for me, it's been one behind another, because they all in the same clique together. And I never even saw it coming, because I never even saw her being that messy and lying like she lied. But that's who she is. It took 2 years to find out who she was. And I had to get a channel in order to do that. Yes, ma'am, you will tell me right all the time, and I appreciate it. I'm just hard-headed, but I'm honest, and you are. I'll tell you, no, Ms.V, I'm not going to be nice. And she does. See, she just admitted it. And I get it. She reminds me, in a sense, of my own daughter. You can tell her, and she'll say, "Yes, ma'am." She won't even tell you, like Brittany, "I'm not going to be nice." She'll just say, "Yes, ma'am," and go on, hit her head up against that brick wall. And then she'll come back like, "Ain't nothing really happened, but you bleeding to death at the head." Okay. Just keep living. Um, I stopped telling Brittany to do right. Brittany has her own mind thing. You ain't gonna be able to help her. I'm telling you, I done tried. Hey, living for Jesus. Good evening, sugar. How you doing? Come on in. We talking about being thyself tonight. There are some people that are just good manipulators. And if you don't have enough street savvy in you, you need three kind of senses to make it in this world today. You need book sense, common sense, and street sense. There's a lot of people out here that's got more street sense than common sense or book sense. And it'll go a long ways on YouTube, because they will fool those little innocent minds who don't have that street mentality. And they'll have them sucked up before you realize it. Manipulators they usually have the gift of gab. They talk real fast, and they draw you into them. They find a way of drawing you in. You become a great big family with them real quick, and they show you all kind of love to get love, which is in the form of money from you. And they'll be the first ones out here talking about somebody else's begging. That been killing me. I be like, wow, did I hear what I thought I heard? No, I ain't hear that. It didn't happen. What's up, 00? Hey, how you doing? When someone is screaming at you, remain calm. Don't react right away. Give yourself time to think about it. Now, if you are a Bama or a Brittany, you're not going to do that. You coming right back, because that's where they are at that age. They'll mellow out. I don't worry about them. They can hold their own for sure. Let's see what you're saying here. Miss Audrey say, if I notice friends or family trying to tear me down, I'm gone. That's me, Miss Audrey. You done seen me walk away and never look back at a whole lot of people out here. You know, like I say, I try to support everybody. I try to be nice to everybody, but it ain't in some people to be nice. And it's a lot of followers out here. They couldn't lead me nowhere. Because if they don't have somebody to tell them what to do, how to do it, and when to do it, and who to do it to, they can't function. That's who they are. They can't stand solo and just do their own thing. I can do bad by myself. I don't need nobody to help me starve to death, Miss Audrey. I'm totally okay with just me, myself, and I. Yes, I am with you. Yes, Audrey, I do the same, says Latasha. Brittany, you are a sweet person. Hey, Holistic, how you doing, sugar? Glad to see you in here. That's right, followers. They are. They could never lead nobody anyway. They could never go and do a meeting for a company or stand in front of a crowd of people and hold down an agenda, a plan of business. They could never write a plan of business. They only have street mentality. That's it. Hey, Shaquita, how you doing? I've never been a follower and I'm too old to start now. That's what we are. That's why we can tell the younger ones in here, following ain't good. You got to be careful who you're following. There's two spirits out there. Which one are you following? Okay. We all can get the devil in us. Sometimes Brittany had the nerves to tell me over on April Love's chat that I had some, what did you say, Brittany? Was a gangster in me? Thug in me. I think you said Ms.V got some thug in her. It's the people that I have been around. I told you I had all kind of friends, okay? From them on welfare and food stamps to one that's got a yacht out there on Clear Lake. My friends are a wide a range of people. And I learned the most from the ones that grew up hard and they had to make it on their own. And anytime I got a problem, I ain't calling one of these friends that grew up with, the basics in life or more than that. They don't know. I call one of them. Girl, now such and such a thing happened. This is what happened. Well, you should have saw that coming when she said this or when she did that. See, they look out for this stuff because they used to it. They used to dealing with the people off the street. I ain't used to dealing with no people off the street. I'm used to dealing with companies, with professionals in them. Although, I'm around them, I'm not around them every day. We see each other whenever we see each other. And we good. We might call each other, or one of them may say, I'm coming by. Is it good? I'm like, come on. It's fine with me. They've been in my life 40 and 50 years. They were a big help to me. One of my friends, it lives in a Section 8 down in Dickinson on food stamps, been for years, has raised their children and everything. But when mine was small, baby, I didn't have to worry about who was going to pick her up from school because I didn't get off to 7 o'clock at night. I knew she was going to be there. I knew she was going to take her home and feed her, or either she was going to take her out to eat and she was going to help her with her homework because she was very smart, especially in math. And I think that's why my child is so smart in math now. You're not going to be able to give her no trigonometry or geometry or calculus 1, 2, 3, or 4 that she ain't going to be able to work it out. She good in the math. Had to learn how to navigate both worlds. Exactly. To be the best you could be in them. Because you got a lot of game when you're dealing with corporate America too. You can get sucked into the wrong game there. So you got to learn that also. And that street mentality kind of helped me with the corporate America. Also, those 20 years I spent there. Carla, I'm coming back. Feel much better now. I had to get better before I came back, and now I'm ready. All right, Holistic. We coming to see. And when we gonna come on the panel? You wanted to come on the panel before you got sick. I forgot what we were supposed to talk about, but we got to get it together because I'm doing more panels now, Holistic. We grew up in the hood. We had to get it. Did you tell me first ward or third ward at the party? Because you were telling me about all the different wards here in Houston, because I didn't even know it was a sixth ward. I had never heard of a sixth ward before. Basically, I knew of third ward and fifth ward. That was the two I traveled the most in back in the day. Okay. If you are my friend or family and notice something wrong with me, instead of me keep embarrassing myself, please tell me. Exactly. If you're a friend, you will. But don't you see friends all the time that know something is wrong with a person, instead of trying to help them or tell them in a way that they know that they will be appreciative of it, they just keep egging them on like they don't have a problem. And I don't understand how you call yourself that person's friend. You're not helping the situation. You are hindering the situation. Take it easy and take your time, says Carla. First ward. Okay. Ms.V, I'm not familiar with the different wards. Sting grew up here in Houston in first ward, she's saying. And baby, she can tell you about everything in each one of them wards. I wasn't familiar because I wasn't born and raised here, Latasha. So I didn't know either. A hater want you to look like a fool. They do. They do. And they do everything within their power. And it's always so funny until somebody come and sting them. And then when they sting them, what they do, come out here screaming and hollering like a fool themselves. If you know you got skeletons in your closet, because they ain't gonna talk about their life and what has been going on in their life. But once somebody come out here and bring it out on them, baby, they the worst people in the world then. That's why y'all leave people alone. When you meet people, look them in the eye. Okay? The eyes are the window to the soul, and they tell a lot. If they can't look you in the eye, ooh, telltale signs something ain't right. Something just ain't right. All right. As my father said, you need to have common sense and street sense to make it in this world. I always say it's three. I always told my children it was three: common sense, street sense, and book sense. You need a little of all of them to be diverse in this world. Yep. Use professional skills inside the corporate world and street language to deal with these bone collectors. Oh, you said a word there, holistic. I did not see JP, but hey, JP, everybody's speaking to you. Let me go back up. See if I'm in, but I'm in. Oh, you grew up near Adobe High School, Black Hawk, and Fuquay area. Oh, you was just right up the street then, Latasha. I'm not far from Black Hawk, Fuquay. Mm-mm. New Orleans has wards also. That's the only two cities that I know have wards, and that's New Orleans and Third Ward. It's just, I don't know how you explain this thing. Is it like just a big community is a ward, and they all like have their own grocery stores and service stations, but it's just one mayor for the whole city of Houston, but they even have precincts of the police department in each ward, fire departments in each ward. So I don't know how to really explain, Miss Audrey, what a ward is other than that. It's just a big community in first ward, in second ward, third ward, fourth ward, fifth ward. Okay. I'll go on down here. Hell, what is a ward, please? Sting gonna tell you. Yes, ma'am. Windows to the soul. That's the eyes. Who pissed off now? Aaron, why you pissed off? Oh, them Cowboys lost, y'all. That's why he pissed off. Don't be pissed off. It's better to be pissed off than to be pissed on, Aaron. So come on in, shake it off. Next week is another week. You knew at the beginning of the season that y'all were in trouble. Don't be coming up in here acting like you didn't know now, because you did. Mm-hmm. And it's over for y'all for this season. Y'all are not going nowhere. Just take it in stride, walk with it, and hope Jerry can build a team, from now through next football season. That's it. Y'all can't be a legend every year. Y'all already a legend. Y'all was the first one out here playing football. Y'all got 5 or 6 rings. Come on. It's time for somebody else to get a ring. Ain't it? Watch him cuss me out. Audrey, near downtown Houston surrounding areas are called wards. That's what they are called. Okay, so it's the downtown area surrounding Houston. Okay, that's what it is, Miss Audrey. Aaron, you didn't even say hi. What is wrong? It's them Cowboys. Let's see what he gonna say. Okay, drop the link. Okay, sugar. You want me to knock myself off, don't you? Okay, sugar. Let me see. Okay, hold on. Hold your horses. I'm trying to drop it. It won't pull up. Oh, God. Let me see. Come on. Why it won't? You see I'm hitting it? Ah, okay, let me go back. Hold on. Try again. Okay, it's copied. Let me go back. This thing, it will not go into the comment. I'm trying to put it in there. I've copied it. There it is. Damn, I had to hit the phone like I was beating it up. It's coming. Okay, let me find it. Hold on. There it is, thing. Okay, now let me go back up to where y'all are. Okay. Well, my team won once again. That's the Chiefs. Uh-huh. Y'all headed for a 3-peat. Congratulations, Brittany. Miss Audrey wants you up here, Sting. Go Chiefs. Let's see what Aaron gonna say though, y'all. We doing a damn thing, Brittany. Kansas City Chiefs. Oh, that's right. Sting is a Chief fan too. 00. I try to use that philosophy in all areas of my life. And I have had to get gutter with some of these content creators. Let them know I can hold my own and will show up to protect myself. You've done that. When the first time you did it holistic, I was like, oh my God, they got the little woman really gone. But the sad part about the whole thing is, why do we have to go there? Why do people have to bother people? Now, what you did was a great deed, and it should have been just thank you, holistic, and left alone. But that's what people do. I think Sting is backstage. Hold on, y'all. Okay, there she is. What's up, Sting?
Hello, everybody. Okay,
Hey.
I'm gonna explain this ward thing to y'all.
Okay.
Okay, near downtown Houston, there are 6 wards, and then a West End. There's first ward, second ward, third ward, fourth ward, fifth ward, which was called the Bloody Nickel back in the day.
The bloody
Six,
what?
the Bloody Nickel.
Oh,
A
nickel.
lot of
Okay.
yeah, like 5, the Bloody Nickel.
Okay.
Sixth ward in the West End.
I ain't never heard of the
Now,
West End.
yes, ma'am. The West End was down the railroad track from First Ward, where I was raised at. We could walk right down the railroad track to the West End. And there were different things going on in different areas. Like, For instance, fourth ward.
Uh-huh.
If you didn't know anybody in fourth ward, you better not go to fourth ward. Fourth ward was one way in and one way out.
What was the predominant race of people living in Fourth Ward?
Black
Okay.
at that time.
Okay.
They had Allen Parkway
Oh, so
projects.
I know where Fourth Ward is if it's Allen Parkway area.
Yes,
Okay.
ma'am.
Okay.
And Fifth Ward back in the day was a real rough neighborhood where was a lot of prostitution and drugs and murders and stuff going on. That's why they called it the Bloody Nickel.
Okay.
Okay.
What
Now,
what what
first,
what race lived there?
predominantly African. Okay, back in the day, all these neighborhoods were predominantly black.
Okay. Because see, when I
Ye-
got here, Fifth Ward was more Hispanics in the
Yes, ma'am. But
70s.
okay, but this was like early 70s. You didn't get it to late 70s.
I got here in 78.
This was back in the early 70s,
Okay.
70s through 70. Look it up. They even have a movie on Tubi called The Bloody Nickel.
Okay.
It's like a documentary, but it was real bad. And then in the little bitty ones that was really close to downtown, like First Ward and Second Ward and Third Ward, it didn't too much go on because from where
You
I
had
lived in
better
First,
police protection for one thing.
yes, ma'am. And then from where I lived at in First Ward, you could walk to downtown in 5 minutes. You could walk to the police station in two.
Okay.
So, and that's how it was broke up. And now it's all gentrified.
Mm. Oh,
Hmm
wow. It
You
has
see,
changed since I've been here.
yes, ma'am. You see the clear people more in places that you would never see them back in the day. Fifth Ward, Fourth Ward, I'm gonna name the
This
bad ones.
little place
Third
I
Ward.
used to go eat soul food called This Is It. Baby, they
That's
took
in Third
over This
Ward.
Is It.
Yes, ma'am.
You couldn't go
This
up in there to get no chitlins and nothing else you wanted up in there because they all from downtown up in there.
Yes, ma'am. That's Third Ward. This is it is in Third Ward.
Okay.
hmm Yes, madam
All right.
So now to where back in the 70s, where all the wards were predominantly black,
Mm-hmm.
now they're predominantly clear. $1 million high rises and all this kind of good stuff. hmm
Lofts. They took old warehouses and made beautiful lofts with overlooking downtown. My
hmm
girlfriend lives in one, and I was like, oh, wow. Don't look like much on the outside, but when you get in the inside, it is swank. And she
Yes, ma'am.
paid 500,000 for a 2-bedroom loft, and it's not that big either. It's just the
Oh,
view.
yes, ma'am. I know because when I was doing the baseball season, when I was working at Minute Maid and catching the train, oh yes, the nightlife downtown is just fantabulous.
Uh-huh. And that happened, I guess, was it the early 90s when the little
Oh no,
train came downtown? I can't stand that little
uh,
train. I be running from
oh
that little train.
I love riding the train.
I don't like that little train. I be looking for that little train. That little train to run your ass over. I say,
But
uh-uh.
it do get you from point A to point B a lot faster than the bus.
Well, but I can't stand it. And then ain't nobody, they got that train on the computer, don't they?
Oh no, ma'am, they have conductors.
They have a conductor. Okay, because baby,
Yes,
all
ma'am.
I know is that little train be moving and I be getting across them railroad tracks, okay? I
Oh no,
ain't
ma'am.
fooling with that little train.
No, they have conductors.
Okay.
hmm
So Miss Brittany, you stay up here, Sting, since you're up here. Brittany say, go ahead, get your bags packed. No, that's Miss Audrey telling Brittany to get on down the road to the booth. She wants you to head to New Orleans. You know they going to the Super Bowl. The last time we won in 2011, it was in the Dome, in the Super Bowl. hmm In New Orleans. Hopefully the lights won't go out on y'all. So the equalizer isn't coming on tonight. What's going on tonight? I don't know. You know, Sting?
Oh no, I was just watching the Equalizer, but I'm doing back, so I don't know.
See,
I'm
I don't
watching
watch
on.
TV like that. So I'm
No, I'm
glad
not.
you up here.
I'm not watching on regular TV. I'm catching up on the episodes, and so I haven't got to the part to where they at right now. So I don't know.
Brittany, you'll be fine in New Orleans because you're gonna stay in the French Quarter. That's the tourist hangout. It's heavily guarded with policemen to keep the hood rats out and the undesirables out of the French Quarter because that's where they make their money. So it ain't nothing to be afraid of. We walk the streets at 1 o'clock in the morning, 2 o'clock in the morning, because if it's all night, it's all right. Now, when you
I'm
start getting
telling
out
you.
of the French Quarter,
Hmm.
then you got to be careful.
Because when my daughter lived in Lafayette, and I had went down to visit her and my son-in-law, took me to Bourbon Street.
Hmm.
Hmm.
And it's just
Girl,
party.
I had me a.
Everybody's just drunk, happy, and party. That's all.
I'm telling you, that's the first time I ever had that big old fish bowl, Miss V. That big old
Yes,
fish bowl,
yes. I
Lordy.
hope you didn't drink that whole thing because they had to help you on. That
Yes,
fish
ma'am, I
bowl is
sure did.
big.
I did drink the whole thing, and then I started shopping, and I just started spending up a whole bunch of money. I
But
bought everybody back
things back then,
souvenirs.
I haven't been since uh COVID, but things back then didn't cost a whole lot of money either. You could bring body back a souvenir. But
Yes,
now
ma'am.
it's probably just as expensive as anywhere else. Look at Carla talking about Holistic got a little gangster in her too. Okay, so Holistic is a gangster, Ms.V is a gangster. Who else is a gangster out here?
I
Carla.
don't know, cause Sting is a sweetheart.
Oh, you into Gisty, right? Mm. I ain't going to no war. Why, Bama? It ain't that bad. You just mind your business. It can't be no worse than living in Catonsville and having to go into Baltimore. That's where you better be watching it. When you see people shooting up on the street with hair on and standing there in a statue position, and you done been down there a whole hour and they still standing there. And they sitting by the doors of places where you gotta walk in. That's what you need to be afraid of. Okay?
Okay,
Be
well,
taking those persons.
she wouldn't have to worry about it no more because they renamed it. We still say First Ward. The people that was originally from First Ward, that was raised in First Ward, and their kids and all this kind of stuff. Now it's called Kennedy Heights.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Hmm.
Okay. Brittany, no, ma'am. New Orleans is nice. I've been there twice. Loved it. It's the party place. It's the fun place. Yes,
Yeah, I've
indeed.
only been once, but it is nice. But I've only been once because
There's
for one,
no
I was.
other. Go ahead. It's like no other city in the United States. It's unique to any other city in the United States. Hey, Lily, how you doing? Do the wards represent with their certain colors? I don't think so. Do this thing?
Oh no, ma'am! It wasn't like that. It wasn't like games or nothing like that. It was just different cutoffs that were just called different wars. Just like in New Orleans. But no, it was no
Right.
it was no gang affiliation or nothing like that. No.
Okay. Holistic is saying, Carla, I got my mother's little mean streak in me laughing. She was a Leo. Ooh, I don't know that much about them signs, but I know that Leo is a gangster. And I am her twin. Okay. Brittany, I stayed downtown in New Orleans at the casino. Oh, I love that casino right there downtown New Orleans. I lost a lot of money up in there, baby.
My
Miss
sister,
Audrey,
my auntie just came back from Louisiana yesterday. They went to gamble. Remember I told you my sister and my auntie go gamble together?
where they went to
I
Lake
don't know where they
Charles.
went.
Or they could
They
have
go
gone
all over.
to Marksville.
That's what I was gonna say. They go everywhere. They go to Marksville. They go to Lake Charles. It was a one that before. Remember when they had the boat?
Uh-huh. Keep
Back
talking,
in the
Sting.
day.
Let me answer this message. Keep talking.
Okay, when they had the boat back in the day, but see, like I said, I'm not a gambler, but they just go gamble all the time. But like I was saying, due to the wars, no, and then whoever would come to Houston to go to the wars, Bama, they perfectly safe now because, like I said, they've been all gentrified, so you would be perfectly safe. Hmm. They're not like they used to be in the sevens and the eighties, and they started getting better in the 90s, but I don't know about anywhere else. But like I say, in Texas, they perfectly safe. Hmm. How can I see the chat?
Okay. Thank you, Sting.
You welcome.
I had to answer that. Okay. Um, Miss Audrey, how you doing on your lifestyle change? I don't know how Miss Audrey was doing good the last time she made a report holistic, but Ms. V is on it now. I did get on the scale. I'm 5 pounds down now, so I got 10 more to go. So I'm getting it.
Don't let Miss
She say
V
it's
fool
working.
you. Don't let Miss V fool y'all. She's a little old tiny thing.
I am
She's
not
just,
tiny, y'all.
yes, she is. She's just a little bit taller than me. I'm short because I'm 5'4". But other
I'm
than that,
5'5".
Miss V is not big at all, y'all. Don't let her fool y'all.
I'm bigger than I know. And let me put it this way: I'm carrying more weight than I normally carry. I'm in the same clothes. I can still wear the same clothes. They're just tighter. So I don't like that tight look. Like I got to hold myself together and all that. No, I want to be free. Let it
No,
say,
but see,
Mr. Holistic.
when when it comes to stuff like that, you say they're just a little tight. You don't need to lose no weight. Now you just need to work on toning.
You right. I need to be over there in that exercising room. I don't know what my problem is, but I pay for it every month and I don't be using it. Miss Holistic HSM, hello to you. Glad you're doing good and to see you back here. Yes, Lily. When in New Orleans, we did a tour on a bus. I've done that too. Then it turned into a boat, and then went into the water, and it was nice. And I went there shortly after the flood too, and went through whatever ward that is that flooded out, and they had all those X's on the homes of the people who had passed away in those homes, and those homes were flooded out. The next time I went back was for the Super Bowl game in 2011, and they really built it back up really, really nice. It's some nice homes in there now. Sting, I
You
want
know
to
what?
come to Houston for the New Year to see Tasha K live New Year's show. Says Holistic.
Yeah, she sure is coming here. Yeah, she is.
Where's she coming to, Sting?
I don't know. I'll have to look it up because I see her all the time. Cause I follow Tasha K, and she's been advertising it real heavy. But she's gonna be in Houston, and then she's gonna have an after party and everything.
Oh my, I ain't going to no after parties. I'm scared of them after parties after Diddy.
Oh
Uh-uh.
no, no. Tasha K told Diddy. She said, "No, Diddy, we can't party." She said,
I
"No."
saw
She
that
said,
little clip that they
"You
had out
seen
there.
that?"
Uh-huh. She
She
said, no,
said,
no,
"No."
no, sugar.
She said, "Everybody got to make it home safe."
Yes. Hey, Miss Deborah Silver. Okay.
But
Go
I
ahead.
want to come to Louisiana because I want to see that little plantation part where they have all the row houses and stuff. You know where that's at, Ms. V?
Yeah, plantation. We were gonna go through there, my girlfriend and I, 2 summers ago, because I've never been there, but I know where it is. And we were gonna go down there because I wanted to see the plantation houses and go
And you
through them.
know me, I'm a history buff, so I wanted to go and I want to see that. Hmm.
I haven't seen it, so maybe we'll have to plan a trip to just go
Road
down
trip.
and check it out because it's probably from here maybe about a 4 hour drive. It ain't a bad drive at
And
all.
then I also been doing research and on Angola prison, which also used to be a plantation.
Baby, Angola ain't nothing nice. That's one of the oldest, dirtiest, filthiest prisons. It's way off of the highway. You can see it off of 165 North. When I'm going home, I have to pass by, but I ain't never seen it because you got to go down a long road down there. And just how it was built back in the day, my brother was telling me it's the same way today. And there is
Mhm.
hardcore criminals back in there. It,
Oh
it
yes,
ain't no
ma'am.
place nobody want to go. Mm-mm.
I've been doing a lot of research on that. Hmm.
Okay, so another thing I wanted to tell you also, while we were on the subject of just little wisdom speaking, understand your strengths and your weaknesses. You can get by a lot further in life if you know what you can and cannot do. Don't ever take an assignment that you're not comfortable with unless you have to. And if you have to, go seek the help you need in that area from an expert in that area. Discipline yourself and stay controlled. Be committed to your goals. We started goals over here at the first of the year. I mentioned that, I think, this morning. So you do better in life if you set some goals for yourself. You won't become so stagnated and so comfortable. You can't elevate if you stay comfortable right where you are. Now, once you get older, you don't have to be worried about no elevating. You done elevated far as you gonna go. So you can just sit back, relax, and enjoy the ride from here. Miss Audrey want to know, Sting, how those precious grands doing?
Oh, they are wonderful. I had them yesterday. Yeah, they grew up. They drove Granny crazy, but that's all right. And then the youngest one, her birthday is on the 16th,
Mm-hmm.
and she has expensive taste. So Grammy had to buy an Apple pen because her dad is an artist. My son is an artist, so my granddaughters automatically picked it up. And I mean, Ms.V, I'm gonna send you some of their work. They are excellent artists.
Oh wow, she's creative then.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
Miss V, she's in robotics. They play chess. Let's see what else. She's in the choir.
Baby, she already ahead of me if she know the chess pieces. My husband tried to teach me, and I couldn't get the the pieces together. Okay, all them different names of the pawns and all this. I look, this too much for me. Go get the checkerboard.
Yes, ma'am. Their dad is teaching them all that. Then their dad used to be an NBA fighter before my daughter married him and she made him quit. So he's teaching them how to fight off. Well, not how to fight, but how to defend themselves.
Oh, that's good in this day and time.
Hmm.
Let's appreciate what we have. Don't compare and don't ever play down on a person about what they have. Just be thankful for what you have. Don't worry about what nobody else has. What Sting has is Sting's. What I have is mine.
Amen. Thank you,
I
Jesus. Amen.
I can appreciate hers. That's what she worked for. I ain't got to go comparing nothing to her, and she ain't got to compare nothing to me. Just come on in the house and make yourself at home. That's what real people do. They don't go around comparing and going on. If you comparing your life, you ain't too happy with your own.
Oh, no, ma'am. No, ma'am. I love the life that the Lord has given me, and whoever is doing better or worse or whatever, I congratulate and I help.
Yes,
I have no malice in my heart for nobody.
right. And I found something else out there I saw this morning. Let me see how it goes. It said, good people make you happy. Y'all agree?
Yes,
And
ma'am.
bad people give you experience. Worse people give you a lesson. And the best people give you memories. I thought that was pretty smart and pretty well written and pretty true, in my opinion. Okay, let's see what you're saying. Holistic. Yes, my oldest daughter is an artist too. Seeing she can draw freehand, she designed my elephant for my logo. Oh, wow. That's good. That's a good little elephant. I noticed my kids too are very artistic in drawing. Also, it's almost like they all gifted and talented in that area, and a lot of them can sing really good too. Hmm. Let's see what else I got for y'all. Oh, I found something else I wanted to share with y'all. Never ignore sudden hair loss. There's a reason for you losing your hair. Find out why. Okay. I think Holistic and I talked about that, but she knew why she had lost hers. Okay. Through the treatment she was taking and the medication. Frequent illnesses throughout the year. Find out what's causing them. Difficulty losing or gaining weight. Heightened anxiety. Increased frustration. And constant feelings of being overwhelmed. Don't ever ignore these things. There's a root cause behind every one of these things happening to you. Jealousy has never been a problem with me. I don't like fake people. Don't laugh at me, laugh with me. Exactly, Miss Audrey. Fake people are just, they're a nuisance. They're irritant to me. It's like a mosquito or a bug or an ant or something. I mean, it's like, why are they even created? What do? They don't even serve no purpose to me. Maybe they do, but I don't know nothing they do but irritate you and bite you, suck the blood
Hmm.
out of you.
Yes, ma'am. Because everybody can see I have a loving family, but that's my immediate family. Those are my sisters, my brothers, my children, my nieces, my nephews. But as far as everybody else in my family, the extended, I don't mess with them because I don't like fake people. I
And
don't
you
care
know who
who
they
you
are.
are.
Hmm.
Oh yeah, they know.
Yeah,
They know.
and
Cause I make
they
it
know,
known.
and they come on wondering, okay, now I'm seeing through you. How long are you gonna be here before you go on off and say what you gotta say or do what you gotta do? They're not welcoming people, they're not warm people. They just don't make you feel comfortable.
Hmm.
That's who they
Like,
are. And
like,
I don't want to be spending my time with nobody like that.
let me tell you a story. I have this one uncle. I only had one uncle. Well, I had two, but one of them was deceased before I was born. So I have this one uncle. And when I was living with my sister, he had came over for my mom's birthday one time, and I was telling him how good my baby son was doing. You know, the one you met. I was telling him how good he was doing and all the things that they was doing and all this kind of stuff. And then the first words out of his mouth was, "Well, how many kids do he have?" I said, "For your information, he don't have any." Him
Mm-hmm.
and his wife are doing good. They traveling. You know all the places they done been and the places they
Yeah, they
just
done been a
came
lot
from
of places out the country.
and the place that they went to this weekend. Hmm. I remember they're in Japan now, Ms.V.
Right, right. Because you were
Hmm.
saying that's where they were headed.
Hmm.
And he's so respectful. I mean, he's very pleasant to be around. And they just ordinary people. They don't put
Oh,
on
they
airs
better
and
be.
fronts.
Oh no, ma'am. They better be respectful.
Holistic is saying I lost my hair due to my overactive parathyroid, and I am going to do a live to discuss that subject soon. Is it coming back, Holistic, now that you got that taken care of? I have some family that are not welcome in my home because they steal. Oh my God. Sorry, not sorry. You can't come and ride in my car. I know that's right. Don't nobody want no thief around there. Get on down the road. Go steal from somebody else. Mm-mm. I have a few that's just a little too bougie for me. Uh, I can't deal with that either. It's okay to have class, but you still can be warm and welcome. You just a little taste too bougie. And I don't feel
Hmm.
comfortable even sitting on your sofa. So I
Yes,
don't,
ma'am.
you come to my house. You come to my house,
Exactly.
but I don't want to come to your house. There's too many rules and regulations up there. Oh no, do it this way. Do it that, but let me go home. I'm out.
Yes, ma'am. Exactly. Like I have all my sisters have more than I have. They got their homes and all this kind of stuff, but they don't never make me feel no less, and I don't try to make them feel sorry for me or nothing like that. We just family. We just love on each other regardless to what we have.
And your daughter, baby, she got you right where she wants you. She's the mother and you're the daughter, but she got you in her best interest.
I know. I know.
Hmm.
That's my
Yeah,
one and only. And she was the
I
only
saw that
girl.
right away.
Mm, she was the only girl for 10 years, and now it's just her and my niece.
That's kind of
So,
like my little sister. I
mhm.
was the baby for 12 years, and here she come along, and baby, she been running things ever since she came out the womb. I was just like, ooh, going on somewhere, getting on my nerves.
And
Yes,
this is
it's
what I
growing
meant to
back,
tell.
but I'm going to cut it down one more time.
Mhm.
Okay, holistic, do it
But
live
this
on it.
this is what I was going to tell you a while ago, but I had forgot when you was talking about the Leos. She's a Leo.
Oh, so are female Leos tend to be a little bit worse than male Leos? You
I
think?
wouldn't say I wouldn't say worse, but just maybe a little bit more aggressive because here's the kicker. My son-in-law is a Leo also, and their birthday is on the same day, August the 2nd.
And he was very meek, mild, and very humble.
That's what I'm saying. So I think the woman Leo is a little bit more outspoken than the male.
She was a little bit more domineering to me. If looking at the two of them, yeah, and more outspoken.
Yeah, he's very quiet.
If you a hoarder, nasty, or have insects, I'm sorry, I can't come in. We can't talk. We can talk by the phone. I know that's right again, Miss Audrey. Uh-uh. No, indeed.
Miss Audrey cutting up in that chat. I can't
She
see
cutting
it.
up, baby. She telling you exactly who can come in and who can't come in. You a hoarder and you got all this stuff in your house. Ain't nothing organized and just all over the place. You got insects up in there. Sorry again, but not sorry. She gonna talk to you on the phone. She don't want to talk to you up in her
Mhm.
house.
I understand that, Miss Audrey, because I'm not a hoarder, but I like nice things and everything is put up. And this is my explanation to the no roaches and stuff like that. If you don't pay rent, you can't stay here.
Bills still got to be paid, and if you up in there, you adding to the bills.
That's what I'm saying. So they got
You
to
ought to
go.
offer up something. Really. Someday we'll all look back and we'll know exactly why certain things happen. It might not make any sense right now, but just keep living and it'll make a lot of sense later on. Don't go to less because you are too important, but yet you're impatient. Wait, the best is yet to come. Stop telling people all of your business. Every move that you're getting ready to make, I promise they're going to throw a roadblock on you every time. Everybody is not going to like you elevating. Keep it to yourself and go ahead on and finish it. And then when they find out, you're going to hear what they say then. Oh, she thinks she all that. Oh, they this, they that. So if you had told them, you know they would have thrown a roadblock on you. So just don't tell them. Keep it to yourself, your family, and your real friends. Because there's a lot of people out here use that word friend, and they don't even know the meaning of what a friend really is. Mm-mm.
That's why I spent 6 months minding my own business and 6 months leaving yours alone.
If you want to attract what's right for you, it will require you to finally let go of what's wrong with you. Did y'all get that? If you want to acquire or attract what is right with you have to finally let go of what's wrong with you. And only you know what's wrong with you. You and
I
you
agree
alone.
with that. I totally agree with that.
Okay.
Mhm.
You can't hardly trust anyone these days. So again, keep your personal business to yourself. Anything you want anybody to know, just put it out here. And I promise, if it's bad news or if it's negative, they go it'll be all over the internet. It don't even have to be negative. It could be an accomplishment. They're gonna take it and they're gonna tear it down. What's the song say? Friends, how many of us have them? Friends, yes, Miss Audrey. They very few in my life now because I've gotten older and a lot of them have expired. So my friends are becoming very few because they've been in my life a long time. I'm acquiring a few new friends, but they gotta show me. Uh-uh. Because I can't take on no responsibilities of nightmares right now. I don't normally have nightmares and I'm not looking to have one. And a lot of these people you meet in these days, just as fake and phony as all get out. I can't with them. Now, gone on now. You done showed your hand. You done let me know who you are. Keep it moving. Don't come back. Mm-mm. Don't come back and don't look back. Because I ain't letting you in. I'm like Miss Audrey. We can talk on the phone, maybe. That way I can hang up when I get tired of you.
I had three good friends. It was four of us, and we were the three D's. That was me, Dorothy. I don't care who know my government name. It was Deborah and two Donnas, and I'm the only one that's left.
Oh, wow. Do you kind of get this feeling sometimes now with family and friends pass it on that you kind of, well, you have more family than I do too. But I kind of feel sometimes that I'm here alone. It doesn't bother me, but I just think back over the good times that we had when they were here. And I'm
You
not
know,
trying to add nobody to replace them either. I just rather cherish the memories and keep it moving.
But no, like you said, I have more immediate family around me than you do, and you see how we are when we get together, and we wearing matching pajamas for Christmas, and we'll be at my sister's house, and so no, I don't, cause I really don't need friends. My family, my friends.
You got a big family, and it's a very close knit, loving family. You could see it. Everybody was just having a good time. No arguments, none of that stuff. Nobody sitting back whispering and all that stuff. Everybody just moving around, having a good time. Holistic is saying my mom was so real about everything. She never sugarcoated anything and taught her children how to survive with or without. Yes, we from that same era there. And survival for the fittest. You got to get out there and you got to make it. Okay. I said that you and my mom are similar to each other, Miss V. Yeah, and I taught my kids the same thing. Ain't nobody finna give you nothing. If they give you something, trust me, they're gonna want something in return. And they're gonna tell everybody that they gave it to you. And some people like to give you so they can tell, oh, I gave her this, I gave her that. Well, why you give it? You ain't gonna get no blessing from that. Double Zero says such great memories, Miss B, brings great feelings. Yes, it does. Uh-huh. Miss B, you bring me good feelings. Thank you, Shatiqua. I appreciate that. Let's see if I can leave y'all with anything else because my hour is just about up. Okay. I thought this was kind of funny. I saw this little clip out there. I think this was on Facebook. And it said, we stayed on jobs most of our entire careers. This generation goes out at night and call in sick in the morning. And that's very true. On my job I got now. Don't let it be payday. They ain't coming back to work. Baby, they have to put a sign up there now. If it's a holiday and you miss the Friday or the Monday after the holiday, you better come in with a doctor's excuse. It was just that bad. Like coming up to Thanksgiving, they would take that Friday off and that Monday off. And we wouldn't have enough people. They had the maintenance shop driving the buses, they had the administrators driving the buses, and people doing double routes because them young ones wasn't coming to work. And then it says our generation went clubbing, got home at 5 o'clock a.m., slept for a few hours, and showed up to work in the same clothes. I bust out laughing because I know a lot of people that did that. They came straight in, got a few hours, slept in the clothes, and came on to work. Stina dropped herself, y'all. Um, Let us say, Ms.V, don't feel like the Long Ranger. I'm here in this city, no family, no friends, all in Chicago. Oh, yeah, Lily, I feel you. And I'm beginning to feel that way. When I first came to Houston, I had my aunts here, and they were a barrel of fun, baby. A nurse and an X-ray technician. They both worked in the hospital, at the same hospital. Two sisters. They were a mess, and I lived with the one we call Peaches. Baby, that woman will keep you up all night long, go in there and get a couple of hours of sleep, and then drive all the way into Houston to the hospital to work. Come back home the next day and come in cleaning and fixing breakfast. She just a person like, kind of like me, just didn't need a lot of sleep. And I missed her so much when she first passed away because I was at her house all the time. It was always going to be laughing, and it was always going to be a lot of fun. As always, thank you, Miss V and my Sting, for speaking with us. I love it. Miss Audrey, you love Sting to get up here. And she don't mind getting up here either. So maybe we'll have more volunteers in the future. Thank you, Miss Sharon. I appreciate that. She says she driving and listening. But we've been out here hour, y'all. So tonight we just came out and we just talked about a little wisdom. We talked about Houston and the wards and New Orleans and whatever the chat wanted to talk about. We just really chatted tonight. So just keep all of that in mind, and let's just stay together as one big old family, no matter what the weather. We can work it out. Okay. Miss V, I read about the teacher testing scandal in Houston School ISD. It's bad. It is sad too, holistic, that they would go to those extremes. But trust me, somebody gonna end up in prison. Somebody gonna end up paying back some money. Okay, Miss Sharon, I appreciate you replaying the live. And it's just people are just doing anything now. But I told y'all too, when I was in Louisiana down there taking care of my brothers, it was so bad of a teacher shortage. They would just let people walk in off the street and apply to be a teacher with a high school degree or maybe a couple of semesters of college. And I'm like, you might as well keep your kid at home and homeschool them yourself. You'll be better off. Unless you need a babysitter to send them to school. Because I had never heard of that before. My brother was like, you ought to just go and stay here. You need to go to work. If you want to go to work, you can just walk across the street because the high school is right across the street from where you live. Baby, they'll hire you today. You could be working tomorrow. I said, oh, no, And that don't sound right to me. And now they having a lot of problems because them kids can't pass them tests that the school system give them. But anyway, life changes and it is what it is, and we just have to prepare for it. I don't know what happened, so I'm back in the chat. Okay, Sting, well, I appreciate you coming up, but I'm going to get off of here and get ready to go to work in the morning. So I'm going to go get my shower and I'm going to turn in for the night. And I'll see you good people tomorrow. Hit that like button, please. Like, share, and subscribe. And we'll talk later. I miss my sisters and my brothers with rheumatoid arthritis. I don't travel that much at 71 Chicago. Weather bother me. Yeah, Miss Lily, it's very cold. And I remember coming up there when I worked for Elmico. Our home office was there. And that wind coming around them buildings, baby, ain't nothing you could do. I don't think now, I'm glad I'm not in the Baltimore area anymore because I don't think I would have liked growing old up there. And if my husband had lived, we would have probably came back south. Yeah, to live. But anyway, I'm back south now, and the only thing I got to worry about down here is the hurricanes and the tornadoes, and the season is almost over. So we might have a few cold days where I can wear a coat, but it ain't happened yet. I am going to read again. Okay, have a good night, Holistic, and have a good night, everybody. Y'all hit the like button on the way out and be blessed until we see each other again. Good night, Carla. Good night, Sting. Good night, Holistic. Good night, Miss Lily. And everybody else who came into the chat. Much love to you.